Good evening. It's October 18th, and I was asked to do a video on Gulf Access Waterfront Canal homes. Right now, there's 45 properties on the market. There are no pendings, and over the last 180 days, there have been 13 properties that have sold. So let's look at the solds first, and that's just for Pasco County. We'll take a quick look at Hernando and Hillsborough in a moment. Or not. Yeah, well, I guess we could look at Hillsborough. They have canal front properties in Hillsborough, but I was really meaning Pinellas. So this one sold for $25,000, and this is in Sunset Island, and that's not where Sunset Island is. It blows me away when I see listings that don't have the correct map to where you can look for the property on the listing. But all right, Marina Drive. Oh, I know this one. Here's the selling agent, Randall Jenkins. That was me. This was a unique little property. In this, you have to have two of them to build. There was only one. I had sold it to this gentleman. He was using it to go fishing, and he never used it or used it very few times, and so he sold it. But that was back in May. I completely forgot about that. Cape K is in Hudson. Cape K has a little bit challenging waterfront, and this waterfront is very challenged because you have to go under the bridge at Old Dixie. So I would call this less desirable. And let's look at the legal description. It's lot 21. So that means that you can't build on this. You need two of them to build. This is a 45-foot lot. All right, Vista Del Mar. In Vista Del Mar, you only need one of them. This is a 40-foot lot. They were asking $92,000, and it sold for $75,000 in 125 days. $75,000 for a lot in Vista Del Mar. Emerald Point is not waterfront. This is a nice high-end homes neighborhood, but well, we don't know which lot it is, but none of these lots are really Gulf Access. I mean, they're on the Gulf, they're Gulf front, but you know what? This one is Gulf Access right here. But this is the one, this is the channel that goes out at Westport, and there's a oyster bed here that makes Westport substandard Gulf Access. There's a lot of people who are unhappy in that neighborhood because they bought and didn't realize that it was very tidal, and if you have too much draft, you can't get out at all. So here's a nice looking lot, listed for $149,000, sold for $145,000 in Sea Pines on Yachtsman. Heron, $150,000, sold for $150,000 in 3 days. Has a boat ramp. Let's see if this is Vista Del Mar. This is not an attractive. In Vista Del Mar, it sold for $150,000. That's just mind-boggling. I mean, you can buy that's a mobile home community, so you're going to be expected to put a mobile home there. All right, Islander, Sea Pines, listed for 175, sold for 165 in 12 days. Puffin is Vista Del Mar. Oh, I know this lot. This is a nice lot, but it is a mobile home community, so you'll be expected to put a mobile home up in the air. 225, sold for 195. Sunfish. This is off Salt Water. And This is good Gulf access. These are homes. This one has a boat lift and a dock. Very nice. They were asking 260. It sold for $230,000. It's just mind-boggling. You got to wonder what is the market going to look like here. Now, this is a great location for going out, but you're going to be in your backyard, and all the people in Gulf Island Beach and Tennis Resort are going to be looking down on you. Anyway, asking 325, sold for 305. Lonnie Lee, great address, asking 600, sold for 369. Wow. This is in June. In Beverly is across the street from Gulf Access. I sold this house right here. My buddy and his wife are living there. And this is a very nice location across the street from Gulf Frontage. 449, sold for 449 in 882 days. Wow. All right, so those are the 6 months sold for Gulf Access Waterfront in Pasco County. There are now 45 properties to choose from. Now, a lot of these are going to be substandard. This is Sunset Estates, which is kind of like Cape K. I'm pretty certain it uses the same canal systems. Yeah, so you have to go under the bridge at Old Dixie. This is $50,000. It's been on the market for 608 days. Another one on Sheep's Head, 473 days. Treasure Island, $64,500. Been on the market for 52 days. Let's look at the location and see. Oh, okay. So this, you go under the bridge at Sea Forest, and this is right across from this water treatment facility. Incidentally, it doesn't smell there, but it is. All these houses are right next to it if it springs a leak, and I can't get excited about that lot. Private island. That means there's a little bridge that goes over to it. Here's another one in that same community, $65,000. Rare find, 2 lots for the price of 1. Yeah, I would do a lot of investigation on that before I would consider that lot. Cape K, again, this is the challenging waterfront, but not as bad as some. And this is that out the way out, and it just gets shallow out here. You'll see it's a lot of little boats. $95,000. Lisa Drive in Pleasure Isles again. Let's see. This is a end corner lot on the end of the canal. They're asking $115,000. Been on the market for 839 days. Puffin and Vista Del Mar, $125,000. Been on the market for 114 days. Driftwood Isles. I have to look at which side of the canal it's on. And this is okay-ish. You come out here, you come here. I did a video the other day of this house. It got crushed. But this one, you go out, you come around, you go down here, you come down the, I guess this one you come out here to the shrimp boat channel. Here's where the shrimp boats are. This is where your deepest water is, right here. $129,000. Peninsular Paradise. This is Green Key. This is not good water. Okay, this is not good. Here. Oh well, Actually, this is not as bad. This is bad. This is not as bad. Here you can get out here, but from here you have to go out Wigwam Creek, and all these really nice properties here are advertised as Gulf access. But I mean, look, just look. Where's a boat? Show me a boat. I mean, there's a little boat. There's a little boat. But we paddleboard in here, come through here, go under the bridge. Kind of cool going under that bridge. And I live right here. So what are we looking at? $129,000. Add a boat lift and stop paying marina fees to store your boat. Yeah, I would not do anything on this canal without going out there in a boat and verifying, that it's real, that you can get in and out. And I actually think you can. So, but you know what they say: trust, but verify. Connors. Where is this? This is going under the bridge at Old Dixie. The problem with this bridge is if you have any kind of height, you can't go under it. And if you have too much water, you can't go under it. And if there's not enough water, you can't go under it. So this is very challenging. Pontoon boat, no inboards, no sailboats, no fixed, roofs. 139,000, 140,000, another one in Cape K. And this is going to be on the wrong side of the bridge, unless this is Fair Lane. No, this is Old Dixie. So you're going to have to go out that canal. Yeah, this is better than this. And this is a main road. So if you're on this group of channels, I mean, De Leon, Edgewater, Capri, you don't have all that traffic on Old Dixie. But it's 140,000, been on the market for less than 3 months. Cape K again. Look how they're saying to get out of here. Yeah, you got to go under the bridge at Old Dixie. It's substandard title. Judy, and know it well. So this is Old Dixie right here, and Judy's across the street. This is Martinelli Marina, and this is that old French restaurant that they knocked down, and the ice cream store is right here. And this is OK Gulf Access, 149,000. Been on the market for 747 days. That's 365. That's getting 2-year anniversary. Signal Cove and Keel Court. Signal Cove flooded terribly. Oh, wait a minute. What am I looking at here? 4 days on the market. This is listed for land value. This is very interesting. So they're likely expecting this is going to be a teardown. And it looks like the seawall is not... and there's a seawall there, and there's a seawall there. But this is very interesting, and I definitely want to go back and look at the listing. And let's see. One or more of these photos has been virtually decluttered. I've never seen that in a listing. I'm pretty excited about it. All right, $150,000. Been on the market for 4 days. And it's the real deal. Gary Ubaldini, a pretty impressive realtor and very smart guy. All right, is this Gulf Drive? I think this is Gulf Way. That's Gulf Way. So this is a high-end street. This is the premium street for Sea Pines. The houses here are generally... Oh, that's pretty strange. They're saying it's a lot. They've got this is on the wrong side. Now, if you're on this side of Gulf, it's bad. It's not waterfront. And on this map, they're showing it in a different place. Yeah, this is the preserve at Sea Pines, $159,000. Been on the market for 576 days. 188,000. This is a really good lot on Leslie. 1 day on the market, 39 days on the market in Hudson Beach. Yeah, I'm telling you, I can't believe these prices. All right, Driftwood. I actually have a new listing on Driftwood. Let's see if they zoom out enough to see it. Oh yeah, I know exactly where this is. It's a big old boat. Yeah, see, this side of Driftwood is very bad. That side of Driftwood is very good. The center. This is Seaview, and this is Driftwood. This is a great, if you're on this water or on this water, you're fine. If you're on this side, it's very hard to get out. And this flooded terribly during Helene, $224,000. But this is a good lot. I mean, you're on the right side of the road, the correct side of the road. On Driftwood, you want to be on the south side. The north side has uh, great views, and this is on the wrong side of Driftwood. Here's another one on Driftwood, and it is on the wrong side. 121 days. If you were my buyer, I would not let you buy this because the water's just too shallow. Okay, Bailey's Bluff, $239,000. This is a great neighborhood. Uh, the further south you go, the closer you are to the middle grounds. Conversely stated, the further north you go, the further away you are from the middle grounds. So this is fine right here. All this is good waterfront. It's actually really cool. But if I can, let's see if I can zoom out and show you an illustration. So as you go north, the water gets shallower and shallower in the armpit of Florida. So if you want to go out to 200 or 300 feet, you have a long way to go. But if you're here, Clearwater is like the closest to get out to the middle grounds to where you can get some depth and fish for the big uns. So yeah, it seems like at least in Pasco County, Pinellas, the further south you go, the more expensive it is, and the clearer the water. Down here at the bottom of St. Pete in Tierra Verde, it's just beautiful. The water's just beautiful. And Fort DeSoto Park and uh, what's the name of that island? Well, glad we're not having a test. Anyway, this is good stuff here. $239,000. Veronica, great street in Sea Ranch on the Gulf. $259,000. Ballast Court and Signal Cove. So this is a mobile home community, and I would definitely tell you, you know, if you had to pick between Signal Cove and Sea Ranch, you definitely want to be in Sea Ranch where you can put a stilt home. Here, you're going to have to put a stilt mobile home, and it costs more than the other one. And it's not much difference in terms of Gulf access. Southwind on Sea Pines, great address. 1,600 days on the market. Holy moly. All right, I'm going to stop at this next one. Here's another 299. Carroll, this is a good Gulf access right here. That's a big old lot. Look at that. Huge seawall. Oh my God, it must be 400 feet of seawall. 235 linear feet of newer seawall. All right, well, so much for guessing. No bridges. Let's get up over 300 grand, and then right, we're at $320,000, and this is a pretty good lot, and this is a really good street, and this is a nice wide canal. So $320,000, been on the market for 277 days. All right, so for fun, it's real estate. It's not about fun. Let's go look at Hernando County and see what the lots are. There's 27 lots in Hernando County on the water with Gulf access. There's one pending and 8 solds in the past uh, 6 months. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull them all up and look at them all by price. 36 properties in Hernando County. Here's a sold for 65 grand. Here's an active for 74. Hernando Beach is a challenging little neighborhood. It's more than a neighborhood; it's a giant area. But if you are south of, let's let this map open. Okay, this road right here is called Campanero Entra, and here is a lift, and you have to bring your boat up to the lift. You get on the lift; it shuttles your boat across, and then you have to go under this channel. So all of these homes right here are all substandard waterfront. And you don't want to be in here. And I mean, it's fine to be in here if you know your challenge is this lift and that this lift doesn't always work. But anyway, this is $74,000, been on the market for 166 days. 88,000. It's sold for $76,000 in June. This is a private island, which I'm pretty confident you cannot build on. And you got no way to get to it. And it's just the pride of being able to say, I own that island. Or maybe someone across the way bought it, but it'd be interesting to go ahead and study it. All right, this just went on the market in the last 2 days. 75-foot seawall, $79,000. And let's see if it's south of Campanera. Yes, it is. So this one, you go down the channel, you go around, you come back, you come to here, then you go down this, then you go here. Or no, maybe you go this way. Yeah, you'd go this way. So you don't have to go under that. I don't think you can go under that. You have to go this way. So then you get to the lift, go under the bridge, and then you go out. So as I understand it, there are some tremendously long drives to get out to the channel or to get out to the Gulf from this. But get your little putt-putt boat and just go up and down the channels. You never have to go out to the Gulf. $80,000. This is below Campanero. $85,000. $99,000. This has been on the market for 1,059 days. And I take it's this one. And that appears to be a pretty good location. Let's see if I can get back to the listing. Here we have the only pending in the two counties. What was so special about it? And this is not this is south of the Campanero, which you don't want to be. But $120,000, it'll be interesting to see what the actual transaction is at. So now we're only going to see actives and solds. Here's an active for 155, 724 days on the market. 70 days on the market, 190,000. 200 grand. You know what? Let's just look at the solds by itself. We don't need to mix in all those actives. So there have been 8 properties that have sold. There's a big wide variance between the prices, let me tell you. All right. For the sake of education, let's go to Pinellas County and see what's happening down there. In the last 6 months, 8 properties have sold. Whoa! Asking 429, sold for 415. Asking 739, sold for 610. Asking 919, sold for 845. Asking $1 million. Yeah. All right. Let's just look at the pendings and see if there's any transactions pendings. 2 of them are actually under contract in Pinellas County. Tierra Verde. I mean, this is just amazing. Oh wow! Look at you. Only have like 20 feet of It's not the most attractive. It's a great location. I mean, this water out here is just fantastic. Uh, $949,000, and it's got a house on it under contract. Check out this amazing lot. So I'm guessing they've miss. There is no. So you've got to go under the bridge. Oh yeah, Venetian Isles, 76 by 111 foot. I just don't know why it's showing a house there, but all right. So we looked at the solds, we looked at the pendings. I mean, we looked at the actives, we looked at the pendings, and we looked at the solds. There's 17 properties for sale. 368 is the cheapest one in Tarpon, St. Pete. This kind of looks like it might be a condo, but it doesn't matter. So that's it's very interesting. But with this post hurricane environment, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the market. Okay, Hillsborough County has 19 active listings, no pending. So between the four counties, there were three pendings. Look at six transactions sold. Apollo Beach and this one in Tampa for 4.2. And this one has a house on it. I guess they're thinking it's a teardown. Yeah, this is wow. This is pretty spectacular. Davis Isles. All right, so I think I fell off of vacant. No, I was in vacant land. All right, now let's just go to Pasco County and do a quick recap of what's happened in the last 2 days. There's now 4,021 homes, so there've been quite a few listings. 0 - 2. So in the last 2 days, there have been 139 properties listed. Let's go ahead and look at the ones in the flood zones. AE. Only of 18 of them in the flood zones. All right, this mallet. Actually, I've used to own this 5200 mallet in the early 2000s. I have a story. This flooded Oh, there it is. It flooded terribly. 124,000. I think I sold it for I don't know, $35,000 in the early 2000s. Okay, Westport, 0 days on the market. It had flooding, cash buyer only. Westport is this dubious waterfront. If you really want to go out in your boat, I mean, you're fine to go up and down the canals. The canals at Westport are wide and they're deep, but the oyster bed is not. Listed for 1 day. Hurricane had water intrusion. It's a nice way of saying flood. It flooded. $149,000. The Meadows is a short sale. Flea infestation. And this is a nice little subdivision. It's in a flood zone, but Britain is a flood property on the water, $150,000. Aloha Gardens did not flood, and most of Aloha Gardens is not in a flood zone, or a lot of it isn't. Dade City, Holiday Lake Estates did not flood. Aloha Gardens did not flood. Aloha Gardens, Beacon Woods Village. A lot of Beacon Woods Village is not in the flood zone, but obviously this one is. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 car garage. You got to stay away from the flood zone properties. Although this is quite nice. I recognize that's that model. I mean, that particular model has a name, and I know it, but I'm not going to tell you. It's a secret. This is not a good location here. Trailer Heaven. 0 days on the market. This is 4 mobiles. And let's see if they flooded. Okay, this very well might not have flooded, not from the surge. I'm pretty certain it didn't flood from freshwater flooding post Milton because we didn't have any freshwater flooding over there. Brand new listing on Roger Land, 1 acre, horse property. Does it say horse property? It says zone for horses. There you go. Star Island. It did not flood. And this is a freshwater lake. And how much do they want for this? 325,000. Actually, that's not a terrible price. You got a beautiful view. Forest Hills is a flood zone in this spot. A lot of Forest Hills is dry. Okay, so here's the Anclote River. And this was, oh my gosh, this estate right here, this is all underwater a couple of days ago. And I have pictures. And where's that little neighborhood that flooded? Yeah, all of this. And then up here to 54. Okay, here's Rowan, and that becomes Seven Springs. And this was all closed off because of flooding. Right, so the river, it's not navigable. You cannot go down this river. You cannot buy one of these homes and think that you've got Gulf access. The river is Gulf access, but this river is not. I mean, you can kayak and you can stand up paddleboard, but I don't know that you can get through with a boat. And if you can get through in a boat from time to time, it's because somebody went along with a chainsaw and cut their way through. All right, we talked about this one a couple of days ago. This was a bank-owned property in a neighborhood where they should never have spent that much. Sellers offering concessions. Beacon Woods Village, great golf course community. All right, let's see if anything went under contract in the last 2 days, because we just did this report a couple of days ago. So 6 homes did go under contract. Here's where we're gonna see the flood homes. All right, Senate Manor did flood. Now this is on Congressional, and it may not have. Now this part down here all flooded, okay, and then these last couple of streets, I didn't. You don't know. You drive down the road, you look for the all the stuff outside, and it doesn't say it flooded, and I tend to believe it might not have. Gulf Highlands did not flood. It went under contract. Okay, Harbor, 5 days on the market. This is a flood home, and it did go under contract in 5 days. Beacon Square, Margate, under contract. It is a flood zone, and let's see where it is. Okay, so this likely did not flood because Beacon Square only flooded down here in these last couple of streets. So I'm pretty certain this one didn't flood. $225,000 for a 2-2 with a 2-car garage in a flood zone, and it's a mandatory evacuation zone. Hatteras, okay. 1 day on the market. Flood home on the water, already been cut. $249,000. How could they pick this one over the one on Donsey? Well, I don't know who bought it, but it's Sea Ranch flooded, $545,000. This remodeled home, 179 days on the market, but it went into contract. Yeah, I looked at this already. I'm having trouble with it because I'm pretty certain it flooded, but $545,000 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a 1-car garage. No, it says 2-car garage with a covered carport. Okay, so finally, let's see if anything sold in the flood zones in Pasco County in the last. Let's go 5 days back. Today's Friday. Let's go back 5 days. So 9 properties in the flood zone. Okay, Lake Connolly did not flood and sold for $127,000. Pine Tree Acres. You got me. Pine Tree Acres. Now Sandra flooded. Sandra's actually. Yeah, no, this, all the water came up here. Uh, so it's likely that it may not have flooded. $130,000. $130,000 for a single wide. I don't know what to say. Lake Connolly, we talked about it. It didn't flood. Jasmine Heights didn't flood. Bougainvillea, Janita flooded. And it closed for $320,000 on October 15th, 6 days after Helene. All right, Meadow Point and Wesley Chapel did not flood. Woods River Ridge, $405,000. Just out of curiosity, I'm trying to look to see how close it is to one of the rivers, and it's not very close. So I'm sure it didn't flood from the freshwater flooding. Incidentally, I saw some statistics on it, and Hurricane Ian had that same amount of massive flooding that occurred in Milton, and it took 11 days for the water to peak on those rivers, the Withlacoochee, the Anclote, and we are not at 11 days yet. 9, yeah, we're 8 or 9 days. I counted it as the 9th, but I saw something say that it actually hit on the 10th. But I know it didn't. It was Wednesday night, the 9th. That's when it hit. I was there. I was scared. All right, so we did it. We covered vacant land. We covered what's happened in Pasco. We covered waterfront lots. We covered uh, flood zone properties, and 37 minutes. Oh my God, it's a record. All right, have a great day. Try not to do this to you again. I won't be surprised if nobody watches this one.